Alright, rock and rollers, music lovers everywhere, this is my tier list video of my opinions on music. This is me rating all of the bands in all of music history. I mean, this is not every band ever, but I found this tier list and I put this all together, and I also included a lot of bands that the person who made this did not include. So, you all get the idea. I love music, so let's get started. This is just my opinions, right? Okay, here we go. Greatest of all time. The GOATs of music. Well, Wings is my all-time favorite band. Disclosure, you now all know something even more about me, SuperPat98. That is my favorite band, Paul McCartney's band in the 70s, Wings, which I think is extremely underrated. So, that's my all-time favorite band. The Beatles, yes, they're, the greatest of all time. Alice in Chains, I mean, I think they're pretty amazing. I'm not, seriously. Alice in Chains are kind of underrated. They're kind of underrated. They're really that good, in my opinion. Especially that album, Dirt, and their first album. And that's a lot of frickin' songs. Judas Priest is really this incredible band. I think I like every album. They're really something special. Kiss, there's going to be a lot of you weirdos that don't think Kiss are even a good band. I can't possibly disagree, anymore, but, Kiss are pretty amazing. Kiss are one of the greatest bands of all time. You need to learn your rock history. You need to listen to the music of Kiss, because most people don't even know, 95% of their catalog. Prince, well, Prince had a lot of bands dating back to the 1970s. His first band was called Grand Central, I think. Then in the 80s, he had The Revolution, which was amazing. Then he was also in the New Power Generation in the 90s. His band, The New Power Generation. In the 2000s, he had a bunch of other bands he put together. Kind of new versions of the New Power Generation. Then in the 2010s, he had Third Eye Girl, which was his final band before he passed away. So, Prince's bands, I guess, we have to lump them in together. So, greatest of all time, yes, because Prince is my all-time favorite music artist, as an individual. He's one of my heroes in life, and I love Prince. So, of course, I'm going to put Prince up here. Rush, well, they're one of the greatest bands of all time. They really are. They're fucking amazing. Black Sabbath, I'm obsessed with Black Sabbath. They're one of my favorite bands, Black Sabbath. I just thought they were fucking incredible when I got into them when I was younger. I couldn't believe how great this music was. And the occultic stuff about them was very cool. Cheap Trick, I think are pretty underrated, because I love Cheap Trick. Well, go listen to their albums, because most people don't even know any songs by Cheap Trick, really, except for Dream Police. But Cheap Trick are a really great band. They're so good, I'm going to say they're one of the greatest of all time. I really am. Steely Dan, absolutely. This is a weird logo that was picked for this, with the white and everything. It looks terrible. You could barely read it. But Steely Dan is incredible. The albums are incredible. They're kind of underrated. I mean, a little bit. They're a little underrated. So there you go. Those are what I think are the greatest of all time. The greatest bands of all time right there. Kiss, Priest, Alice, Beatles, Rush, Sabbath, Wings, Cheap Trick, and Steely Dan. Amazing. We have The Clash, one of my favorite bands. Their 70s stuff are pretty amazing, and their 80s stuff is really good too. Deep Purple are amazing. A little underrated. They just have so many excellent songs. Space Truckin', Burn, it just goes on and on. The Doors, yes, they are amazing, so I'm going to put them in amazing, absolutely. Hall & Oates, yeah, they were a band, so I'm a Hall & Oates fan, so for me, they are amazing. So I'm going to put them here. Jimi Hendrix, absolutely. He was amazing. The Jimi Hendrix Experience, the band, so he was amazing, right? Jefferson Airplane, I'm actually a big Jefferson Airplane fan. I thought they were really excellent as a band, and I think they're that good. I'm going to say they're amazing, honestly. Steve Miller Band, I love the Steve Miller Band. I do. I love them. This band is so, like, incredible. They were even good in, like, the 80s to a degree. The album Abracadabra, even that album was a great album, actually. The Strokes are amazing. The Strokes sound like a band from the 80s or the 70s. Or, I mean, to a degree. Like, the Strokes are, I wouldn't say they're, I wouldn't say they're underrated, because they're extremely popular. But in terms of rock history, though, like, looking at where they rank, they are underrated, though. So, yes, the Strokes are one of the greatest bands of all time. Seriously. I can't pronounce them, so I'm going to sound like an idiot in this video, but Tame Impala, or whatever, how you pronounce it, amazing. They're actually an amazing band. Great. Now we head to the great section. All right, let's breeze through this. Beach Boys, yeah, they're great. Boston, oh yeah. Cream, yes, they're great. ELO, great. Elton John, he had a band I think called the Westies. I think in the 70s. So, I mean, Elton John is great. Foo Fighters are a great band, yeah, definitely. Heart, great band. Iron Maiden, great band. The Kinks, great band. Megadeth, great band. Metallica. I do think, honestly, that Megadeth is in the same league as Metallica in terms of greatness. Oasis, a lot of people feel mixed about this band, and looking back, like, I think they're pretty amazing. I think they are. A lot of people don't think they're in the same league as the Beatles, but they sort of were in the 90s. Like, they actually are that good. They are a fucking great band, and they deserve all their goddamn flowers. Pantera, great band. Very good. Pink Floyd, great band, especially, particular albums. Queen, right? Great band. Rage Against the Machine, great. The Scorpions, I think they're a great band. Yeah. Not all their hits, not all their songs are awesome, but they have a lot of good songs. Slayer is a great band, especially certain albums. Just listening to them in the car, especially at night. Oh man, what a treat. Smashing Pumpkins, that first album they created in the 90s, Gish, was phenomenal. I love every track on the album. The album blows me away every time I listen to it. And then also, Melancholy, Infinite Sadness is a great album. Their other albums, not so much. That's when they fall apart and got, I don't know. But they did have a lot of good songs. The Smashing Pumpkins are a great band, really. T-Rex was mostly a solo affair. He was a great artist in the 70s, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Very catchy music he created. And he had a band, I think. So I thought he was great. Soundgarden, extremely short-lived band, but they were great. They really were. So I can't take that away from the band, The Who, yeah. The Who belong in great. Absolutely. Yes to Yes, because I love Yes. I'm a big Yes fan, so Yes are great. They're one of the greatest bands of all time. Television is a very underrated band. I love the band Television. Jethro Tull, I think, are one of the greatest bands ever. Jethro Tull have a lot of songs that are like they're annoying. There's a lot of annoying stuff with Jethro Tull, but it's annoying in a way that it'll the singer and the way they perform makes you laugh and makes you giggle, but it's still very entertaining. Devo, I think, is an underrated band. Most people just know the song Whip It, but they have lots of great songs, so Devo is a great band. And there you go. These are the kings of rock, of music. Really rock music, but bands in general, these guys are at the tippy top, pretty much. All right, now we head to good. Okay, got the good bracket. Here we go. Aerosmith. I love Aerosmith. I really do. Especially in the 70s. Their 70s albums were badass. The Animals were awesome. They really were. They should have had more albums. Anthrax, good band. Beck, good band. I mean, I guess it's mostly a solo affair, but still, whatever. Bob Dylan, yeah, he was in bands, sure. Look at how Illuminati this fucking logo is here. Hideous. Anyway, I love Bob Dylan, so... Blue Oyster Cult, good. You know, could be better. The Cars, good band, solid band. Bowie, like David Bowie had a lot of bands, so I guess, put it in good. Good to great, right? David Bowie. Creedence, good band. A lot of people think, like some old timers think Creedence is like the greatest band ever. I don't know about that. But they're very, very, very good. Duran Duran, I love, actually. They're a really good band. Even their new albums from the 2010s and 2020s are very good albums. Yes, they're still around making music. Dragon Force, really like fast, exciting music. It sounds like video game music. Awesome. Like anime music, really. It's almost like anime rock or whatever. The Eagles, good band. Let's not get crazy. I mean, they're really good. Foreigner, good band. Genesis, very good. Grateful Dead, very good. Huey Lewis and the News, like, some people feel very mixed about this band. There's a lot of songs they made that were just decent, but when they did a really good job on certain songs, they were a really good band, actually. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, good band. I always liked that band that she created. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, good band. One of the best new bands. Although they're not new, I guess, anymore, kind of. Korn, I love Korn. Not the food. I fucking hate the Korn, the food. But the band was very cool, especially in the 90s. Very interesting. Led Zeppelin, honestly, is an overrated band. But I think they were a good band. They were a good, solid band. But I don't think Led Zeppelin are as good as the Beatles or all these other bands I already mentioned. Sorry. Limp Bizkit are really very, very, very entertaining. Marilyn Manson, I guess he had a band. I am a Marilyn Manson fan, so good. Meatloaf definitely had bands, so good. Motorhead, very good band. Nirvana, little overrated, but good band. Pavement, very entertaining. Queens of the Stone Age, they surprise me every now and then. Good band, solid band. REM, very entertaining, very entertaining. The Smiths, same thing, very entertaining. I love the Velvet Underground for some strange reason. I mean, lots of people love the Velvet Underground. They were a good band back then. The Rolling Stones, like, a lot of people will be disappointed by this because people think the Stones are, like, the greatest band ever. And you can say they are, but I don't think, like, there's a lot of Stones songs that are really, like, shitty. They have a lot of great songs. Like, they have a lot of really good songs. They're a very solid band. I just think they're good. I don't think the Stones are amazing, though. I honestly never did. Weezer? Yeah, Weezer is a good band. Very good. I think they should have made better albums as they went on. Zappa? Frank Zappa had lots of bands, so, it's kind of... Frank Zappa is awesome. The 13th Floor Elevators, I used to love them. I still do. Especially that first album they made was really something else. Yardbirds, good. Gotta listen to them again, though. They're like decent to good. A lot of old-timers think the Yardbirds are like one of the god bands, like the greatest bands ever. No, they're not. Primus is really awesome. Very catchy music, Primus. Simple music, but very, like, different. It's hard to explain, but that's good that it's hard to explain, They're very, very different. Daft Punk, they're overrated a little bit, but their music is so damn catchy, it's like, no wonder, like, people think they're amazing. I mean, they are. Some of their songs are amazing, but they're good. Yeah, good, okay? Jet, what they have, like, one album, maybe two. Jet was such a good band that had so much potential that was just flushed down the damn toilet. The Cranberries, good band, solid band. I have to listen to them again, though. ZZ Top, they're actually a really good band. They have lots of really good, catchy songs. Very, very catchy music. All right, decent bands of music history. Let's go to decent. So, not bad, not exactly solid, good bands, but they're decent bands. 10cc, I love some of their songs. They're very entertaining. And they also created the original intro to Super Jail on Adult Swim back in the day. Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. But they had other good songs. Decent band. Yeah. Alice Cooper, decent because he has a lot of shitty albums, let's be honest. Arctic Monkeys, decent band. It's over-exaggerated a little bit how good they are. But they are, entertaining. Blink 182, they have good songs. Chicago, decent band, definitely. Give them their flowers to a degree, Creed, actually, some of Creed is decent. And then some of it is like shitty, The Cure, decent band, Entertaining, for sure. Evanescence had some pretty good music back in the 2000s. Fleetwood Mac is overrated as hell. They're not amazing. I don't think they're great. They have moments of greatness, but I think Fleetwood Mac is just a decent band. Sorry, that's how I feel. The Flaming Lips, I got into them. Decent band. It's one of those bands that you want them to be way better, but they're not. It's like, you get that a lot in music. You learn the more you listen to them over and over again. Gorillaz, same thing. Like, Gorillaz have moments of greatness, but, I think they're a decent band. They're decent, really, to good. They're just not quite up to snuff as these other bands, okay? In my opinion. Grand Funk Railroad, they're definitely a solid, very fun, decent band. Very poppy. The Killers, in my opinion, I think the Killers only had maybe one or two good albums, so... The Misfits are definitely overrated, but they are cool, though, and they have a nice style to them that's enjoyable. The Monkees, decent band, fun. Moody Blues, I actually like the Moody Blues, even though that's kind of boring and lame to say that, but I think they're a decent band. Most of their music is pretty slow and kind of boring, but the more you listen to them, the more you appreciate it. Tenacious D, let's be real, they're a decent band at best. Like, they have lots of really great songs, but they're good to decent, They're very fun. Okay, maybe I could have put Tenacious D in the D in good, but anyway, like some of these bands here, like maybe The Cure or whatever. Some of the decent ones here, you could put a few, maybe like two or three up here in good. Motley Crue, I think they're overrated. The more I think about them, I just think about all their songs and how there's a lot of cringe going on here. They're entertaining. But are they, one of the greatest bands of all time? No. I don't think they are. But they have their moments, okay? They're a decent band. Nine Inch Nails, they're overrated, but very good, though. Okay, they have their moments. Once again, their moments. They're not one of the greatest bands of all time. Paramore, same thing. Entertaining band, 2000s music. Ramones, decent band, too repetitive. REO Speedwagon, surprisingly, I like them for some reason, even though they have a lot of crappy music, but, when they're good, they're good. Slipknot, decent band. Smash Mouth, decent. Sonic Youth, very decent. Stone Temple Pilots, they have, one album. Stooges, overrated, but decent. Styx, entertaining. But they are very annoying. But they were a really, really good band. Maybe I should put Styx in good, but they have annoying stuff to their sound or something. But they're definitely a very solid classic rock band. So, it's not like I'm insulting these bands. Being a decent band and a good band is, extreme praise. It takes a lot of work to be an awesome band. So kudos to all these bands. The hard work they poured into making themselves, what they are, they deserve this stuff I'm giving them. Toto is kind of underrated. I like their music. Fun. All right, more with the decent. Finishing off the decent. Sweet are really memorable. Even though they're annoying as hell, they have their moments. They really do. And they're a very decent, fun band. Van Halen, yeah, you heard me. They're decent. Most of their albums suck. Like, Van Halen is inspiring because of the guitar work, but when you look at most of their songs, most of their tracks are really, I don't know. Like, their best album is their very first album. So, Van Halen, I mean, decent band, but everybody calm the fuck down. Mastodon, decent band, very intense music. Temple of the Dog, but they have one album, and this logo is atrocious. Temple of the Dog was really good, though, even though they only had one album or whatever. Supertramp, I love some of their music, and they brought me a lot of happy memories back in the day. So I think they're a decent band. Poison, I don't hate Poison. A lot of people do. I mean, literal Poison I do hate, but this band is decent. They're very, entertaining. The Hives, decent band. The Jam, yeah, decent band. I don't know why this logo is a ripoff of the Who logo. I mean, what the fuck's that all about? Anyway, so now we come to the okay bands. All right? This is when you all get your pitchforks out. But just hear me out, okay? All right. Let's all respect each other's music opinions, because we all love music. I mean, if you're watching this video, I assume you love music, especially if you made it this far. AC/DC, like, they have some good songs. Some good songs. But AC/DC are one of the most overrated bands of all time. Sorry. I mean, they're just annoying as hell. Allman Brothers, they have their moments, but when you think of most of the songs of Allman Brothers, are they good? Most of the songs? No, they're not. They're an okay band, really. They're a decent band. Decent to okay. Again, like, some of these bands you could put up here in decent, like, once again. But this is, like, the section that really irks me, where people, like, really think these bands are, like, godly, and I don't think they are at all. Animal Collective, I think they only had one good album. They're okay. Black Flag, again, I think they only had one decent album. Blur, they had, like, one good song. Red Hot Chili Peppers, super overrated. Very annoying. But they do have some pretty catchy songs. But they're annoying. They're just, like, the way they sing, I don't know. They're okay. Okay. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, very okay. Very overhyped. Def Leppard, they have good songs. I actually really like some Def Leppard tracks, but they're not, like, one of the goats of rock. Depeche Mode are okay. Like, a lot of people love them, but, I mean, I don't. Dire Straits, entertaining. Entertaining band. I mean, Disturbed, it's another one of those bands that people think is, like, amazing, but they're okay band. Doobie Brothers, they only have, like, 5 good songs. Godsmack, again, they're okay. Pixies, okay. Green Day are overrated as hell. Green Day might be the most overrated band ever. So, the thing about Green Day is that I love their first album, but the rest of their catalog, I'm not really buying it. Sorry. But they're okay, alright? Incubus are actually pretty good. I could have put them higher than okay. Journey, they have some good songs, okay? The album covers are amazing looking. But again, Journey is overrated, man. Joy Division, okay. Kansas has one great song. Neutral Milk Hotel is okay. King Crimson is, decent to okay. The Police, another extremely overrated band. A lot of people hate The Police, and then a lot of people love The Police. I'm just going to say they're okay because they do have, a few decent tracks. Radiohead, I can't believe how overrated this band is. People think this is, like, an amazing band. Well, I mean, I don't know. Leonard Skinner are overrated. Well, I mean, like, wow. Like, Leonard Skinner, they have what? Freebird, and their other songs are, like, System of a Down. They're okay. Alright, I know a lot of people love them. Talking Heads are overrated, very overrated. They're decent to okay. They're very, like, irritating. I don't know, the singer or whatever. Tool, Overrated, but they're okay. They actually have like some pretty good songs, but come on. Twisted Sister are annoying as hell, but they're classic and they're fun, but they're just okay. Cake is entertaining. I mean, yes, the food is. The band is okay. A little overrated. White Stripes, a little overrated, but they're okay. Modern Lovers, whatever. New Order, same thing. Like, New Order are a little overrated, and maybe I could have put them higher, but I guess I need to listen to them more. Deftones are just okay. Traveling Wilburys, okay. And probably most of you don't even know what that is. Bad Company are kind of annoying, but they're a fun, classic band. The Byrds have like 2 good songs in their whole catalog. Franz Ferdinand is the same thing, 2 good songs. Bring Me the Horizon, same thing, 2 good songs. Here we come to the somewhat tolerable bands. The strange section. Cannibal Corpse. It's like a strange metal band from the 80s, the golden era of metal or something, or 90s. Cannibal Corpse are tolerable to a degree, but like it's just strange. It's like you can't tell what to make of them. Some of their tracks are you're like bopping your head like, yeah, I can dig it, and then others are like atrocious, like throw it in the dumpster. Fucking Captain Beefheart, God, like some of their songs are atrocious, but they have like 1 or 2 good songs, so they're an anomaly. Dead Kennedys are overrated, and they're odd, so I don't know. They're annoying. Hootie and the Blowfish, holy fuck, are they overrated? Like, they're so, like, I don't know. They're kind of fun, but, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So we now come to the bad section, okay? Bad. And not bad as in Michael Jackson bad, just plain bad. Bon Jovi. Fuck Bon Jovi. They suck. Like, most of their songs are bad. And yeah, I gotta admit, there's like 2 songs I do actually like by them. I think it's You Give Love a Bad Name and Bad Medicine or something. Ironically, both both those titles have the word bad in them. But the rest of the music, like, why do people think this band is like a great band in rock? I don't understand. They're annoying. Coldplay. Holy shit. Coldplay are so overrated. They annoy me. They annoy me a lot. It's very like cheap, almost like the way they sound. It's like they don't. It's hard to explain. Guns N' Roses are okay. Fuck whatever I said before. I said there was a band earlier that was the most overrated band ever. This right here is the most overrated band that's ever existed. Guns N' Roses. The singer Axl Rose. I want to strangle him. He sounds like a cat being suffocated. Singer atrocious, and it's just they have a few decent tracks, okay, like on Use Your Illusion, but I'm not buying the rest of it. Janis Joplin, yeah, she was in her own band, I think. I think she's like this overrated hippie music artist from the 60s. People like think she's amazing. I never really liked any of her music, and I hate that fucking song they always play at supermarkets where she's singing and she's like, "Come give me my heart, baby!" Like, fuck you. Oh, God. Pearl Jam? Yeah, we gotta talk about them, right? Pearl Jam, I don't know why people thought they were amazing. They're not good. Spin the Black Circle is like their only good song. And maybe one other song. Like, Pearl Jam are okay to bad. But they're mostly... They become bad because people overrate them so high. And, like, they're just kind of irritating. Sex Pistols are extremely overrated. These fuckers had, like, 1 album and people worship them. Like, no. Like, most of their tracks are okay. Like, why do people love the Sex Pistols? I don't get it. U2, I gotta admit, there's a few U2 songs that I do like, okay? Maybe I should put them in decent to okay, but most of their songs are very dry and monotone and shitty. U2 are annoying. They're overrated as shit. Van Morrison, fuck you. Like, Van Morrison is so annoying. He's just, kind of a waste. Absolute worst, well, One Direction, because they're cringe carnivals. Maroon 5, also cringe carnivals. Nickelback, you want to talk about some cringe carnival. Nickelback are annoying as shit. Their music is shit. I hate them. They suck. So, yes, Nickelback are bad. Sorry. Like, fuck them. Alright, anyway. Now, the rest of these bands here are in the category of something like I didn't know them. So, I really don't know most of these bands. I haven't listened to them. So, that's why they're here. I don't know a lot of them. I've heard of a few. Like, I've heard of Imagine Dragons. I've heard of Muse, but I really never listened to them. So I'm not saying they're bad or whatever. Like, I never listened to them, so I really have no opinion. Okay, so now this is my stuff, the bands I added to the list that weren't listed by the person who made that tier list, which I don't get it, man. You, or woman, whoever you made that, like, you forgot tons of, like, underrated and great bands and rock, so Boston was listed, so I don't know why I added that. The Time should not be forgotten. And speaking of Time, shouldn't be forgotten. They were a great band, yes. Cameo, underrated, great funk band. Backstreet Boys, I'm going to put them in great. NSYNC, same thing. Like, they were cringy in the 2000s, in the 90s, these boys, but was their music good? Was some of it really great? Yeah, it was. Let's be fucking honest. It's about the music, you know? ABBA, same thing. ABBA was so lame that they were cool. They did an odd thing, ABBA. And they were very good, actually. ABBA's a great band. Acid King. I love this band. Even though 2% of the people watching this have listened to them, but I thought they were awesome, so I'm going to put them in good. Question Mark and the Mysterians was a rare 60s band, and I really liked their style of playing, so they were cool. Put them in good. Arctic Monkeys were already listed earlier. Clear, they were a funk band of the 80s, and they were very entertaining, very catchy, so I put them in good. Kix, underrated 80s rock band, very heavy sound. They were fucking awesome, so maybe I should put them in great, but, whatever. Put them in good. Air Supply, decent, fun 70s, 80s pop band. Very classic 70s, Makes you all warm and fuzzy. Even though I didn't grow up in the 70s, but, All right, so now we have The Revolution, which I already said earlier that they were amazing. The Revolution. MPG, New Power Generation, Prince's 90s band. Halloween, one of my favorite bands, are amazing. So the person who made that list completely forgot about them. They are an amazing band. The Carpenters are amazing. You betcha. The Commodores, great band, funk band. Saga, highly underrated. I love Saga. They were around in like the 80s and stuff. They were like a great, obscure, like sci-fi-ish band. White Lion, heavy 80s metal band, and they ruled, so put them in great. They deserved some flowers, those Lions. Frehley's Comet, Ace Frehley from Kiss, when he departed and had his own solo career in the 80s, he had his band called Frehley's Comet, and it was pretty awesome, so I'm going to put them in great. They were great. Foo Fighters, great band. I already talked about them. Now we're to good. Creedence was already mentioned earlier. They're a good band. Daz Band, another funk band from the 80s. Very, very good. Dio. Dio was a good rock band in the 1980s and whatever. Other decades. Good band. And the final page, we got 4 artists here. Parliament Funkadelic are one of the greatest bands of all time, right? Collectively, that's what they're called, although they were separated, but still. Their music is phenomenal. I actually made a movie about them you can find on my channel called Disco Never Dies. And they were primarily a funk band, but they were part of the disco era, really. And I used their music in one of my movies, which was a time travel funk adventure movie. So they are a lot of the soundtrack to my movie, which in my movie, the famous characters created by Parliament Funkadelic are in my movie. Yeah, it's interesting. Check it out. Disco Never Dies. You can easily find it on my YouTube channel. Grim Reaper are a underrated 80s metal band. They're super underrated. I mean, and just in general, Grim Reaper are one of the greatest bands of all time. That's my opinion. And if you don't like it, well, you don't know what you're talking about. So, they're probably the most underrated band ever listed here. Great, Crimson Glory. They're underrated. Great band. Spice Girls. Gotta love the Spice Girls. They weren't just cute, but they had amazing music. So, they go in great, definitely. So there you go. That's my list. And I'm sticking to it. I mean, you can rearrange things a little bit, but still, you know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. My name is SuperPat98, and have a fantastic day. See you next time.